Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2026 Vision and Goal Setting Workshop. Today, this is actually a carryover from last week. We started in the Legacy Life program. We started with reviewing 2025, and this is the second part of a three-part workshop slash webinar. But for today, I'm inviting any of the Legacy Life community and anyone who's interested in setting a vision and creating a 90-day goal and a roadmap. So we're going to be doing those three things today. And if you choose to join the 90-day Jumpstart Your Health, you'll be part of the coaching program, which offers weekly coaching. And also, I want to share the back end of the program, the Legacy Life program. I'm going to share my screen here before we get into the workshop because the format has shifted somewhat in a great way to make it more user-friendly. So when you enter into the Legacy Life program, the modules are set up with a welcoming, a few videos, vision and goal setting. Here, there's some more of a deep dive into vision and goal setting that you can supplement after this workshop. And the workshop actually will be placed into that module in this section. There's videos about planning and time management, habits and routines. So this was consistent with what we have had in the last couple or the last 90 days from October through December. There's mindset, there's stress management and self-care, there's meditation, there's breath work exercises, there's yoga and yoga classes. Now, something that's new, which I would direct you to this, and of course, I'm sorry, there's also the nutrition and sleep. But at the last module here is Jumpstart Your Health, and that's what we're focused on in the next 90 days. And you'll see that I have it divided January 5th to 11th. And actually, when I said the goal setting workshop, it may go up in that second to the top, that vision goal setting module, but it also may go into this section here so you can find it. But what I want you to see is in the Legacy Life program, the Jumpstart Your Health, that's the coaching program. I've divided or organized that if you wanted to supplement a workout routine or maybe start on a workout routine, you can use this with an emphasis on yoga, yoga sculpt, and breath work and meditation and restoration, restorative yoga. So you could do one every day. So Monday could be hip hip hooray yoga practice. Tuesday could be mudra breath and meditation. Wednesday could be MFR for the back. Thursday could be how to calm your anxiety and stress. Fridays are going to be yoga sculpt. And this is, I'll open it up here. This is my own combination of yoga poses with light weights, bands, and a Pilates ball. Equipment is optional though. Please get clearance from your doctor before taking any of the classes. This will be live and the replay will be loaded into this Legacy Life program. So that is that's something new that I'm really excited about formatting for the next 3 months. So for you, you're welcome to change the order. I've just organized it where there'll be a yoga practice on Monday, there'll be a restorative practice on Wednesday, and there'll be a yoga sculpt on Friday. And then the Tuesday, Thursday will be a meditation and a breath work. So you can just mix and match, you can combine them. It will be new every week. And I'll be going live most Fridays for this yoga sculpt, but I may shift it and I may change it to a hatha yoga or a slow yoga, slow burn yoga. The yoga sculpt, don't be afraid if you haven't used weights in a while. They're not going to be heavy weights, and you can actually just use your body weight as well if you're new to but we want to really get our body the demands, and for our health and our brain health and our overall health, we do want to use weights. Okay, so that's the back end of the Legacy Life program. So thank you again for everyone who's joining. And what I'd like to do now is let's get into this workshop. Now, for some of you who are part of the Legacy Life program, the Jumpstart Your Health program, you have the guide book here. But don't worry if you don't have it. So you have the Design Your Life 90 Days at a Time. I'm going to be referring to some of the pages in here. We are, for planning's sake, we're doing days 1 through 4 today. And then next week, we'll emphasize the 5 through 8 for next Monday. Because every week in the Jumpstart Your Health / Legacy Life program, I go live weekly, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for teaching. So I teach you some new concepts and coaching and group coaching. Today, this is the vision and goal setting workshop. So as I mentioned, in our Legacy Life program, the Jumpstart Your Health, we've already reviewed 2025. I put up my, I had my real nice vision board, and I just put it up on my bulletin board, so I can't grab it but it is right in front of me. And I have to say that for years, I thought they were kooky, doing the vision board, but in the last 5 years, I've done more of the electronic digital version. And this year I did a poster board because I was doing it with my daughters. They were interested in doing it with me, and it was a lot of fun. And we have the picture, I have my pictures up it's in the forefront of my mind. And this is how I've changed personally, is I know that I thought it was kooky. I was embarrassed with putting it out somewhere so other people could see and judge me. And then I just found a way to create a vision board that was just for me. So I had it digitally on my iPad. I also printed it off. This is what my last year's one looks like. It's laminated. I went to Staples and got it laminated. So there is a live in the Legacy Life community where I shared how I created the vision board and how you could create a vision board. But this is an option. The easy low tech option is to do what poster board, cut out magazines, of course, or print off the photos. But the vision, so we're not going to do a vision board today, but there are some amazing prompts in the pages here of, let's see, page 15. And I'm going to read out each one. So if those of you who don't have the guidebook, don't worry, I'm going to give you the prompt, and I want you to just think up of like a quick answer. You can always come back to this because we only have like around 45 minutes for this workshop. You may want to come back and fill in more. I know that's what I did when I had a coaching workshop for our vision and goal setting last week. It was an hour and a half. I couldn't attend, so I took notes afterwards and watched it and took my time. I paused the video, and it was really helpful to go through it. Okay, so here are the prompts. This is where we're going to be creating a vision, and I want you to start dreaming again. We don't allow ourselves to dream. As we get older, it's like, I guess this is what's happened. So instead, I want you to just take a breath and start imagining. What would my days feel like if I were living my dream life? What would my days feel like if I were living my dream life? Okay, so if you have that, just jot the answer down. How would it feel? Would you feel confident? Would you feel calm? Would you feel energized? I put down vibrant. I would feel vibrant. Number 2, what desires have I buried under being busy? So we say we're too busy. I don't have the time. That's a lot of us have buried our desires because we are busy. We say we're too busy. What desires have I buried under busy? What would I be creating, learning, or expressing more of in my dream life? So in your dream life, what would you be creating? What would you be learning? What would you be expressing? I know for myself, I would be creating more teaching tools. It could be classes, it could be brain health information and videos and documents and books possibly. But what would you be creating in your dream life? Number 4, what kind of energy would I bring into my home, my work, and my relationship? Like what kind of energy? Because maybe now your energy is really low and it's negative. It's worried energy. Instead, in your dream life, what kind of energy do you want to bring into your life, your home, your work, your relationships? Number 5, when do I feel most alive and most myself? So think of, I don't feel most alive though, even though it's on my vision board, when I'm speaking to large groups, but so it's interesting but I do feel most alive. I love teaching. I love sharing information. I love helping people. That's when I feel most myself. I also feel most myself when I'm working out, when I'm moving my body. That I know it just helps me so much when whatever kind of workout I'm doing. So when do you feel most alive? Is it when you're helping people? Is it when you're volunteering? Is it when you're creating something? What do I want to thank myself for 90 days from now? So if you could talk to the person, 90 days from now, what would you want to thank that person? So it could be you're thanking yourself. You're thanking yourself for being committed, being consistent, staying calm, managing your emotions, prioritizing your health. Now, number 7, if anything were possible, this is a big one. What would I begin today? Because we always say, I'll begin it later. Once this is done, I'll begin it. Once this is done, I'll do this. I know I find I do the same thing. That's why January is so, it can be for most people, but a lot of people don't like New Year's resolutions because I think they go about it the wrong way. That's my take on it. But imagine if anything were possible, you would just be like, okay, let's get it. Let's go. Let's do it. If you woke up saying, this is happening, and like, imagine what you would be doing today. You wouldn't just be doing of course you need to do the routine things that are the daily livelihood things, but you would just be like, well, if anything's possible, I'm going to just get going. I'm going to book that vacation. I'm going to schedule that class I wanted to take for possibly a college course that some people are choosing. I would make the decision finally to do this and take steps towards it. And number 8, what dream has been whispering to me, waiting for me to say yes? Oh, I love this one. So what dream has been whispering to me, waiting for me to say yes? That is something, because I guarantee everyone has something that you've just been pushing down. It's a little dream that's popped up and you're just pushing it down. You're saying no. And all that dream requires is you to say yes, or what if. So sometimes we get into, it's too scary to say, yes, I'll do it. What if? I wonder what if would happen. I wonder what would happen if I blank. I wonder. Curiosity. I love that feeling of curiosity, because if you want to get, you ideally want to get to confidence, but when we're changing our lives, and even though I emphasize health, it's physical health, it's emotional health, it's financial health, it's relationship health. It's not just physical health. So some people think when I talk to them about being a health and life coach, they think, oh, it's like physical. I guess I have health goals, but I encourage them to look at, it's the emotional, it's a relationship, it's a financial, it's the life, that health, your overall health. It's not just physiological, it's everything. So when we want to make these changes and say, I'm confident in doing it, I know I want to feel confident, that can be scary. Some people have a hard time getting to that feeling, but curiosity is a really powerful in between. It's like a bridge emotion that you can use, and it will help you. So we have now those prompts. Now the next step with creating a vision is dreaming. So what are the benefits of dreaming? Now, when we were kids, we'd all look up, lay in the grass and look up to the sky and dream and see the clouds. But really, for us as adults, we know that the benefits of dreaming are that it rewires our brain for hope. When you focus on what you want to create, you calm the stress centers of your brain and you awaken creativity and possibility. You really do. When you start dreaming again, there's this little boost, this little hope, the hope. Dreaming also stretches your capacity. Dreams invite you to grow beyond your comfort, to practice courage, consistency, faith in yourself. Dreaming heals burnout. Desire for something reignites passion. It reminds you that life isn't just something to manage, it's something to make. And dreaming strengthens your focus and your emotional health. Dreaming shifts your attention from worrying and blaming and judgment on yourself and other people. So it shifts that attention to imagination and possibility. It builds new neural pathways that reinforce optimism and resilience. It does. When we dream again, it's not the pie in the sky. I'm going to ignore my life as it is and think everything's all daisies and roses and all that, rose-colored glasses. It's not that. We dream in order to up-level our emotional vibration, and then we're able to go into this possibility mode, and it gets you motivated to do the steps, to do the challenging steps to change your life and your health. And it makes you magnetic. So when you dream again, when you're lit up from within, people feel it. Enthusiasm is contagious. it changes the atmosphere around you. So how do we do this? There's on page 26, and I'm going to show this to the people who don't have it's the dream cloud. Okay, so you're going to be setting up a dream cloud. This is filled in, but this is an empty one. So draw a cloud in the middle of the page. Write one dream in the center. Now, if you have the guidebook, how many open clouds? It has 3 open clouds there. So it has 3 open clouds you could, but we're going to focus on one. One dream in the center of one. Okay, so pick one dream. And I don't want you to think a dream for 90 days, just one dream. Like I have a dream that I'm going to have a vacation home somewhere. I don't know where, I thought it would be Florida possibly, but it may be up north in Michigan. So that's one of it's not going to happen in 90 days. I know that already, but one dream in the center, then you branch out with the connected ideas, possibilities, or version of that dream. So with the center circle, that's the desire or dream that stirs you. The branches go to the smaller circles, which are the ideas and actions. So I'll give you the example that's in the book here, page 28. Feel healthier is in the middle. That's you want to feel healthier. So what are some ideas, mini steps to feeling healthier? Try strength training, meal prep, clean food, go on a morning walk with neighbor, with someone or yourself, get your blood work done. So this is almost like the dream cloud is like the mapping where you're going to just come up with ideas. So I'm going to give you guys a minute to write down your dream in the middle. And it could be, I don't want you to limit it to 90 days. It could be your 90 days. Okay. But if it's just feel healthier, that could take 6 to 12 months. Don't push yourself to do something in 90 days. So this is your dream cloud. You can do a dream that could possibly take a couple of years. You just don't know. But what are some ideas to reach that dream goal? Okay, that dream, that desire. So I'll give you a minute here. In the book, actually, it does say on page 29, dream without limits. This is your space to imagine what's possible in the next 90 days. So for the people who are in the Jumpstart, 90-day Jumpstart Your Health, I would encourage you to look in the 90 days, but don't let it, if you've written something down where there's a dream and you know that it's going to take longer than 90 days, let's bring it back to, like if one of it was, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. Well, 30 in 90 days, that's challenging. Like you want to be 30 pounds lighter. Instead, I'm going to be 10 pounds lighter in the 90 days. So that's what I mean. Okay. So go ahead with that dream cloud. So this is the time I just want to remind you to dream big, to dream. Don't let yourself limit yourself on, oh, I don't have this. I don't know if I can do it. This is just you're coming up with that dream possibility with curiosity. All right, so that's around a minute or a little bit more than a minute. When we look at this, so that the first part where we're creating a vision, I gave you some journal prompts to answer those first 8 journal prompts. Okay, that was the first part. We then went to the dream cloud, which was really, it's almost like a brainstorming, letting yourself dream, brainstorm about, and being curious. So if you found resistance in doing it, like, and worry, oh, like, I don't know how I can do that, or, oh, I've tried it before and it's not worked, then and of course, with coaching in the Legacy Life program, we work on, well, what is the emotion that's coming up? Is it worry? Is it fear? Is it judgment on, is it shame that you haven't been able to achieve the goal in the past? And what we want to do is, we have a few tools that we use. One is a creation cycle where we shift the mindset from judgment, shame, disappointment, discouragement, frustration to something that leads to possibility. So that's why I mentioned curiosity. It's hope. Maybe you want to feel not just positive, but we're really getting specific on emotions. So that's why you want to, if you're getting a little stuck on that dream, because it could be, well, I just know I've tried it before. There's discouragement. That was me many years ago. And I realized, well, of course I'm not able to dream because I'm coming to it with such a low vibrational emotion. And instead I want to up level my emotion, using the feelings wheel, picking an emotion. How does it make me feel? Sit with it a little, breathe into it, like, oh, curiosity or calm, like how, or hope or excitement. I want to feel excited about 2026. I want to feel excited about the next 90 days. And then I'm going to allow myself to dream. Before we move on to the 90-day goal, specifically writing the 90-day goal, one thing that people have done is a vision statement or a vision paragraph. So what you could do, pardon me, I'm just taking a little sip here. So what you could do from those prompts in the 1 through 8, and from your, just as I've been talking about how you dream and allow yourself to think of the possibility, is you can come up with a vision statement of you as the healthier version of what you're aiming for. So it could be the vision of you in a year from now, in 90 days from now. I am healthier and stronger. My clothes fit more comfortably. I'm able to have more energy to play with my kids or grandchildren. I am more calm and emotionally regulated. I love waking up in the morning for my purpose and working towards my goals. So you're writing it out. And this is the vision statement. Some people will use a whole page. Some will have 3 or 4. I actually have a couple of videos in that Legacy Life program that will guide you through that, creating the vision. But that's an idea, is then you have it on and you look at it every morning. You're looking at your vision, because there's a cool thing that happens when, and it's science-based, actually, visualization. Athletes use it where they visualize themselves reaching a goal, crossing the finish line, making that touchdown throw, making that goal, that basket. But we also know that we can use this as a practice in our brain where we start to picture and feel how it is to be that new version of us, that healthier version. And our brain then connects with this, and we can make these amazing changes because we've internally changed, and it happens through that visualization. So I encourage you to look at creating a vision statement, a vision paragraph. When you're looking now at this dream, you've let yourself brainstorm, you have your dream cloud. Now, what we want to do is look at, why do you want to create, like, what is your why behind your goal? What is your why behind your dream? So I'd like you to answer these questions when you look at this dream cloud and what's in the middle. Why does this matter to me? How will this dream grow me, bless me, honor me? Then number 2 is, why does this matter to others? So the first one is, why does it matter to me? Then why does it matter to others? How will this dream bless my family, my friends, my community, if you're working, your coworkers, for me, it's the clients, my patients and clients. And number 3, why does this dream matter to my legacy? And that's why I call this the Legacy Life Program. How will this dream ripple beyond today? The story I leave, the example I set, the seeds I plant. It's all about, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? Do you want to leave one that is, dejected and not impactful? I doubt you do. I know that you want to lead an impactful legacy for yourself to others. So we look at the why, and we come back to the why, because your motivation in a 90-day goal, when it gets difficult, when it's in February and you're like, oh, and you have life happening, you got to come back to the why. You've heard it before, people who talk about personal development. What's your why? Remember your why. We do remember our why, and that's going to be powerful, but we want to change. We actually tap into the emotional aspect of it, and that is what is that will keep you motivated in the purpose of the goal. When we're creating this 90-day goal, I want to give you some ideas that some people have have done in the past. They've learned to line dance. They've hiked some state parks. They've created an office space. They've knit a scarf in 90 days, learned how to make sourdough and make bread every week, remodel a bathroom or bedroom, write a book, declutter the house, lose 10 pounds, create a new website, save $5,000, work out 5 days a week, plan a trip, no sugar for 90 days, clean out the attic, create a budget and follow it, listen to a Bible podcast, or Bible in a year, pay off a credit card, open a money market account, plan a girls trip, start a new class, like a online class. All right, so those are some ideas. You see how it's across the board. It's health, it's life, it's home, it's relationships, it's adventure, travel. So those are ideas on 90 days. So if in your bubble was, I just want to feel more healthier, a 90-day goal is something, I use the SMART analogy, it being that it's measurable, it's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relative to your life, it's time bound. Now, what I'd like you to do is we're going to write out our 90-day goal. And it's going to look like, by April 1st, So we're using January, February, March. By April 1st, I will blank by doing or by prioritizing blank. I'll give you an example. So by April 1st, and I'll use one of these 90-day goals here, I will I gave myself a thumbs up. I guess my hand signals I'm causing myself to give myself a thumbs up. Okay, I got distracted there. I'm going to, by April 1st, I will have painted my kitchen. Now, this was a goal of last 90 days. I did not do it. I did not achieve it. And instead of, initially I was like, I can't believe I didn't do it, because it's not just painting. I have to I have to fix holes in the, I have to fix holes, and I have to make sure that everything's okay and to paint. So it's a process. It's going to take me a long time to do it. I got to learn how to do some of the things, have my husband show me. But I had, the reason I didn't do it, I could give all the reasons, but basically I had to help clean out a condo for my mom. And that it was a monthly process. Like, it just completely shifted. It was in the time that I was going to really do my kitchen. So it is what it is. Instead of me just giving up on it, that's going to be something in 90 days. So by April 1st, I will paint my kitchen. And so I've made it specific. I've painted, like I could say mud and paint my kitchen. I've made it measurable because I know it's going to be measurable. I'll see the paint. It will be achievable because I'm giving myself 3 months to do it. And it is possible to do it if I spread it out if I plan and coordinate. It's very important relative to my life, and it's time bound. I'm giving April the 1st. If it's a weight loss, by April 1st, I will weigh blank pounds, or I will have gained muscle, or I am a size blank, whatever size, by working out 5 days a week or 3 to 5 days a week, prioritizing protein and clean nutrition, lots of veggies and fruit, limit the sugar. So I could specify that in the goal. But what I really want you guys to do is have it time bound in 90 days. Now, in the group, in the Legacy Life program and the Jumpstart Your Health group, next week, we're going to be breaking that 90-day goal down to a monthly goal and weekly, and really get those weekly actions going and those habits and routines. That's what we're going to be really talking about next week. So if you're part of the Jumpstart Your Health program, and there will be an email going out to give you those two options, because there's an option that you can get the program with the one-on-one coaching and the weekly group coaching. And then there's another option if you don't want the one-on-one coaching with me, which is 3 of them through the 3 months. There is an option of just the weekly coaching, and you still get all of the other classes. You just don't get the free one-on-one coaching. So look for the email that will come out today with the replay of this as well. So when you're looking at this 90-day, I want you guys to just jot it down. I'll give you a minute. Jot down your 90-day goal. What is it going to be? Decide on it right now, because I want to give you a roadmap, a couple of things that you can think of as a roadmap to achieve this 90-day goal. Okay, so now let's move on to a roadmap. I call it the health game plan. This is the start of it. We'll do more of it next week. But for those of you who are just watching for this workshop, you've created your vision, you've created a 90-day goal. And if you have, if you're unsure and questions about it, just reach out to me. You can email me that I can guide you through a couple of options and talk about what the best step is for you if you're feeling really lost. Because setting goals, for some people, they can set them, but sometimes it's too much, like it's too big of a goal. So you got to be really aware of what is achievable in the 90 days. So now what I want to talk about is your roadmap, your game plan. And in the bubble, when you created that dream cloud, and then you came up with ideas of, if it was feeling healthier, it was the walking more, working out more, eating healthier. Those are all great. We know what to do. And a lot of times we know what we should do to reach the goal. We just don't do it, because it's like, well, just to say I'm going to eat healthier, just to say I'm going to work out more, it will not. We need to break it down even more. So what I want you to do is think of 3 daily tiny habits that will support 2 to 3. 2 to 3. So some of you may not have 3 habits. For health, it's usually pretty easy. I'm going to use that, to come up with 3 tiny daily habits that you could do. And I don't want you to think you have to do it right away today or tomorrow, but let's just think about it. I'll give you some ideas. If it's you want to get healthier, lose weight, or just feel healthier and stronger, a tiny daily habit is half your body weight in ounces of water. Another tiny daily habit is move your body 10 minutes a day if you have not been doing any. It could also be do the activity or the workout that is on the Jumpstart Your Health program that I've put in there. Another tiny daily habit could be meditate for 5 minutes. That could be, because maybe one is you want to feel healthier and you're stressed. Everybody should be meditating. But okay, so you got a minute to come up with as many, like 2 to 3 tiny, make them tiny daily habits. So tiny would be more, instead of 10 minutes, 15 minutes of meditation, it's 5 minutes. So you have a minute to come up with around 2 to 3 habits. All right, so when you look at now, I want you to look at those habits and just pick one of them. One habit you will start today or tomorrow. Maybe you'll start it today because it's still in the morning. So one habit you will start today or tomorrow, one of those tiny daily habits. And that is what you're going to really be prioritizing for this week. Now, an approach, instead of doing 3 habits, doing everything all at once, because that's a lot of times that's where people get discouraged. Just focus on one habit tomorrow. And then once that is consistent, then you build more habits on top of it. Your roadmap and your game plan, the second thing that I'd like you to do, and this probably will take you longer to do, is plan your day. Look at your day after you get off of this call. Look at your planner, and that's why at the first half of the planner, the guidebook and planner, is this walking you through the goal setting. But here we are in, everyone can start to fill this out. You can start to fill this out. I'll go a bit more into it, but those of you, and again, I have one left. I could possibly get a couple more if you're joining Jumpstart Your Health and you don't have this and you want it. Just, you may get it like in a few days, but just let me know if you want to join in the Jumpstart, and then I can send this to you. But you can even just use a pad of paper, and you're going to plan your day. You're going to say, okay, this is what I have going on. You're going to put in your times of, this is when I have, what are my top 2 to 3 actions that I'm going to do today? What is my healthy habit? So that's the second thing. You've picked out your one habit that you're starting. Number 2 is you're going to plan your day, and your roadmap. Then the third thing is plan your week. So you're planning today, and maybe one of the actions is, I'm going to just look ahead and roughly plan your week. Tuesday, I'm going to do this. Wednesday, I have this appointment, so I'm going to fit this kind of workout in, or I'm going to do my errands on Thursday, so planning your week. Give yourself time to plan, and the planning will really help you to achieve and to get going in the day. And some people will plan the day before. I mean, I put in some things the day before in my planner, but I already have things marked out for today, tomorrow, things that I want to get done. And that's the game plan, and the blueprint is following in this planner. But again, you can use a notebook. You want to plan your day. You want to prioritize, what are you doing? You want to write down your vision statement or read the vision statement. You want to look at, what is your movement? What is your habit for the day and for the week that you're really prioritizing, and just be consistent. So we've had the clarity, you have the commitment in what you're doing for 90 days, and then you're being consistent. And the consistency and the achievement of the goal, I'll end it this way with this. There's a research that was done with goal setting. People are around 25% more likely to achieve a goal when they write a goal, but it goes up to 75% when they write it every day, when they tell someone, and not only just tell someone, but when they have weekly accountability. That is the power of the group coaching and the one-on-one coaching, is having the accountability goes from 25% up to at least 75% more likely in achieving a goal. When you have the accountability, you're telling somebody, you're writing it, and you're also showing up. Because I tell you, and I know with my coach, if I show up and I've said that I'm going to be working on something, and I show up and I haven't worked on it or haven't made a lot of headway, she doesn't make me feel bad about it, but we look at it and say, okay, well, what's going on, and what can we learn? That's the great thing about coaching, is we want to learn as to where our obstacles are happening and where we can overcome the obstacles. I'll leave that with you. I look forward to seeing you all next week, next Monday at 10 a.m. in the Jumpstart Your Health. So again, look out for that email for signing up for the Jumpstart Your Health, and I will see everyone